It's been about a week since we passed inspection. There's been some planning and things are starting to happen. We're trying to get the floors covered because we know they're going to be using adhesive to put the drywall on the ceilings. We were expecting it to take a little bit longer for them to get started, but they're ready to go. We got the board count done by the building supply company, and they're supposed to be here tomorrow to deliver the drywall, and they're going to need a place to put it. So I've got to get everything out of the house, get it cleared out, and put some paper down to protect these floors that we worked so hard to create. As is usually the case, I'm not ready when they show up. I got as much done as I could before they showed up, and just resigned myself that I was going to have to run around after they were gone and paper around the stacks. "233 sheets of drywall, mostly 12 feet long. When we were preparing to do the siding, I spent a lot of time calculating exactly how much siding I needed to buy. I still was a little bit off, but I was pretty close. I only ended up needing an additional 15 sheets. Apparently, I was a little bit off on my calculations for the drywall needs as well, because when we were contemplating doing that ourselves, I came up with about 6,600 square feet, and this delivery is over 10,000 square feet.
Well, I obviously was not ready. These guys move fast. They're making things happen real quick this morning.
These are specialized trucks that have been customized for the delivery of construction materials. They have hydraulically controlled outriggers to help stabilize them on uneven ground, and a remote control crane. It can articulate and turn and present the materials in almost any possible configuration you can imagine, so that it can be introduced into the building on the first floor or the second floor and probably even a third floor. These are some of the nice little touches you get from professionals. Low friction plastic window covers to prevent any damage. And my previous inclination was sort of correct. After talking to the driver, I found out that he'd recently done a delivery where they brought it in through the 6th story window.
They're quick and they're good. They've stashed things all over the house now. I'm gonna be rolling ram board out around the stacks. Do the best I can. I'm not worried about the effects of the board scraping across the floor or marring up the floor at all. We can come in and buff that, put another coat of acrylic down. That's not a problem. The issue I've got is that they're going to use adhesive to fasten those boards to the ceiling. And when that adhesive drips on the floor, it doesn't come up.
The house is loaded with drywall. On every wall, in every corner, in every room. And it doesn't seem conceivable that it can hold any more, but it just keeps coming.
Now I believe that is 54 buckets.
After watching them move all this around so easily, I was glad that we had somebody else deliver it. When Jafana came in later that night to help me paper things up, she asked if we had to move the boards to paper under it. And I gave a quick laugh because I knew that there was no way we were going to move 10 or 15,000 pounds of drywall in the course of one night and get ram board underneath of it.
This is a really big deal for us. We are about to start the next phase of this build, working on the stuff on the inside of the house. They probably won't start till Monday. We have pretty much finished everything inside the house that needs to be done to get this place buttoned up. So we are going to work on finishing up the siding this weekend. Well, it's been a busy day today. I talked to the guy who does the drywall, who runs the crew. When they delivered the material this morning, he said they'd be here Monday to start. I had a bunch of stuff had to go to the dump. Got rid of it. It's nice to be able to clean it up. Doesn't look as much like a crack house as it was. But he left me a message on my way back to let me know that the drywall guys will be here to start hanging tomorrow. I've got about 3-4 hours of work to do inside the house, getting that paper put out on all the rest of the floors around those stacks. I got to fill this hole because I'm worried someone's going to step into it and get hurt. So I don't want anybody backing a truck up into it. I don't want anybody tripping and falling and getting injured.
With a lot of the tasks around here, I'll look at it and think that it's only going to take me a little while, and it ends up taking me 2 or 3 times as long. I really didn't remember how long it took to open it up, but closing it up was a little bit longer than I figured it would be.
Rained away.
It's okay, because this is a nice line. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful line, actually.
It's coming. Like a freight train, it feels like.
It needs to.
I'm tired. We ain't close to done yet.
So what does this do?
Well, I don't even know how crazy my beard is today. I slept on it, so I jumped out of bed, came up here. I don't usually get here this early in the day, and it's a shame because I think this is when it is the most beautiful. I've been up here for a couple hours. The sun has come up. It's fall. This is, in my opinion, the most beautiful time of year up here. Been up here just trying to tighten things up. As I said yesterday, I wasn't expecting that they were going to be up here until next week. and Marvin called and let me know that they're going to be here today. I don't know what time today. They might just be bringing in equipment and setting up ladders and scaffold or whatever. I don't know what they use. Last night, Jafana and I were here till late. We went around room to room, setting things up, getting the ram board everywhere that we can. Again, our objective, I'm not worried about if the floors get scuffed up from the drywall. I'll bring in a buffer and we'll strip it and put another coat of acrylic sealer and a couple coats of wax on there. It already has a coat of sealer and 2 coats of sacrificial wax on it. And so it's been holding up really well. We're gonna clean it up and see what we need. We may only need to wax it again, and we may need to go ahead and strip it down and seal it again, but we'll find out. I'm always amazed when I see professionals at work and how fast they go. These guys have only been here a couple hours, and they are rocking it. They are just straight up rolling. Well, I had to leave, but having come back, we are doing a little tour of what they've got here, and this is a different house. It feels like some of the rooms are a little smaller.
Feels good and bad. I don't like. So I can see where they got glue on the floor right here where we couldn't cover because the drywall was already delivered.
We'll get it out.
Yeah, just feels good and bad. That's a really cool detail. That wood right there.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I love that. And they gotta finish the recessed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Definitely a smaller room now.
It's not really smaller.
Feels smaller. Tiny little toilet.
The soundtrack from this original piece of video has been removed and replaced for copyright concerns. In the light of day, with just one day's work done, the place is taking on an amazing transformation.
those guys have been rocking and rolling, I am going to go cut some grass to stay out of their hair. They've done a great job. Everything that I worried about, which was any of my plumbing lines being hit, has not occurred. Everything's looking good. Everything's still pressurized. So I'm going to go be useful on my farm because I don't feel like I'm real useful up here right now.
This should be the last time this year that I have to mow this hill. The growth season is coming to an end. I'll be happy to have the break, and I'll be happy to have it cleared out. Mixed in with the brush is an assortment of volunteer trees, maples, elms, oaks, and locusts, some of which we want to keep for the future. We really need to get in there and mark them, but right now I'm just eyeballing them and choosing the ones that are the biggest and strongest, and those are the ones that I'm letting stand. This long meandering slope will someday have goats and sheep on it, but right now we've got to manage it with machinery. It's very easy for it to get overgrown and unmanageable and get beyond our reach for capabilities of being able to bring it back into an area for livestock. It also makes sense to keep it cleared out to help lessen the possibility of wildfires and to keep it open so we can move around it with vehicles as well as on foot and make decisions on what we want to do for the future. We are going to have some firewood needs, and I've got about 8 standing dead oak trees in this area. I want to be able to get to them, fell them, buck them up and split them so that I can use them as fuel to keep our house warm this year and next year.
Wow, that is a lot of material. I don't even know what to say about that. That's a lot of waste. Oh, what's it look like in here? Well, it certainly looks different. Okay. I guess we start cleaning some of this up. Wow. That is really different. Yesterday, late in the day, the rain stopped. Everything is wet. Apollo, get out of there. Get. He found some bear poop, and he's kind of excited about it.